Hey guys, this is Eric, the unexceptional rounder, and I make poker videos and put them on the internet. Right now, I've got another sit and go game going. I have 8 tables up this time. Hopefully that provides a little more action. And they're just stacked up on top of each other, so they'll just kind of pop up when they're ready. And I'm hoping that one, my HUD shows up for you guys, and two, whoops. Hopefully I don't lose too many games like that. If this gets really annoying, I may just drag them on and off the screen for interesting spots, but hopefully I can just do this. Here we obviously want to raise. It's an under the gun raise. I have no problem getting it in. If we do get it in, there's a good chance we're not. Ugh. That looks like aces or kings. I suppose we'll just flatten if there's ace and king on the flop, and maybe we can get away from it. Yeah, we're not getting away from this though. And we've got the queen, so he checks that board, which is kind of weird, so let's give him a chance to, if he does have ace king, maybe he'll make a bad mistake and shove. You know, like I said, I think he's got aces. Oh, wow. And no spade. So I think I played that the optimal way against that particular opponent. That worked out pretty well. So yeah, I mean, if I shove there, then I'm beat versus ace. I'm beat versus aces. I'm beat versus kings, and I'm pretty much flipping with ace king. If I call and there's no ace or king on the flop, then I'm beat versus aces. I'm beat versus kings, which I would have lost to anyway. And then I've got a much better chance of beating ace king because he doesn't get to see all 5 of the cards. And if there is an ace and he jams, I can probably get away from it because he either had aces, kings, or ace king anyway. So there's really no question as to whether or not I'm beat. And then you also give him the opportunity to make a huge mistake by bluffing there, which he did. Alright, again, I'm really just going to be playing really tight early. And you see, this is kind of a weird spot. I've only got 4 hands on this guy, so, and if that is this guy. Ugh, okay, the lapping thing's getting annoying. I'm going to go ahead and make it 200. I really just want to take down the blinds. I mean, king queen's not great. I almost wish I didn't even have that hand. I guess I'm gonna yeah, we end up having to take a flop with this guy. Don't know anything about him. Pretty gross board. If he has a pocket pair, he's not going away, but let's just make a small bet, a small C bet, and if we take it down, great. If not, we're done with the hand. Unless we hit a king or a queen on the turn. Alright, so he calls. It's a terrible card. There's no need to double barrel here. We've got a great stack. We can pick on players making bad mistakes. I didn't want to insta-check, so I took a second, then checked. I'd expect him to bet a lot here. And if he's floating me, he's floating me. Well played. But yeah, I don't really have anything to fight back with. We saw what happened the last time somebody tried to make a play, and it was the guy with ace-king. It just doesn't work out that well usually. Alright, so here we've got the guy who, again, looks like he's just playing a ton of hands. And you know, we can raise and give away the strength of our hand, or we can call. We got a suited ace king and get a couple other players in the pot and try to, you know, win a good pot. If we re-raise, we kind of give away our hand, and you know, we're up against his really tight range. Okay, so there's the problem with you know, I'm not slow playing ace king. I just don't think it's strong enough at this stage in the tournament to re-raise. I mean, it obviously is, but we've kind of gotten ourselves into a nasty spot now. And here we're just going to make a c-bet. Make a c-bet here again. Okay, I'll just bring that in, that king queen on the kings. Actually, I didn't realize that this had happened, but okay. I kind of did a bad job. I put 2 on this 3 stacked on top of each other and then none over here. So this is a pretty good spot to get away from this ace-king hand. And hopefully we'll get to see what these guys had. Alright, so probably would have been best to just shove pre-flop. And that's, I mean, that's kind of the standard play you would make there. This is a tough spot to get away. I'm going to call one time. Let me bring this back in. Now I think they're overlapped appropriately. Alright, he's betting again. Ugh, I mean, it certainly does look like a king, but yeah, it could maybe be a 9. I don't know. I'm not going to fold. Okay, set of 5s. And that makes sense, and that's going to happen. I don't really have time to analyze it too much right now. I'll probably look at that hand later. In fact, and here, we can go here, mark the hand, and I'm going to take a look at that one later because that was probably played pretty poorly. Alright, here we okay, I'm gonna check here, and here I'm gonna bet. Okay, we get a call. A terrible turn. Okay, and whoa, that would have been bad. Gotta be careful with that. Let's go ahead and make a raise up to 500, and we'll check here. And I'm gonna raise here. Do I have 3 stacked down here now? Yep. Jeez, I'm terrible at this. I think I might be a 9. Actually, I'm just gonna fold the jack king. Okay, there's none here. That's why. Okay, he called there, and I really don't see anything else to do but shove here. So we got paid off there. Ah, my dog is trying to eat my foot through my sock. Vicious animal. Alright, another thing I'll talk about, since we do have this short stack here from that pretty suspect play, is when you do lose a big pot, you get short in these. Don't just give up and shove your chips in. If you're just kind of patient, wait for a hand, you can double up or get into a good spot and triple up, and you can get back and make money in that tournament. You never want to just kind of be like, well, lost a big pot, shove it in with any 2 and be done with the tournament, because you're giving up a lot of equity there. Believe it or not, and I don't know the exact number, but I could find it. That 425 chips is worth a fair amount of the of the prize pool still. And if you just kind of give up and waste it, then you're giving up on that equity that you still have in this tournament. So far this isn't too bad playing with the 4 tables, as long as I'm not sitting out on one of them randomly. And I kind of pull this up because I think they like blink blue when there is action required. Just try to make sure I click on each of them once in a while. But I think we're keeping them pretty active. And this seems like a good way to play a few games and get plenty of action without having screens all over or tables all over the place. 3s here, you know, I don't know. I've been watching some videos and trying to figure out what to do here because calling's bad. Raising is okay, but it's kind of committing a lot. So I'm kind of getting to the point where I think maybe just letting it go is the best thing. And that's probably wrong, but it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of tough to play. Here, I'm just gonna go for a big check raise and take the pot down. I think leading out is kind of obvious, and I don't need to make a lot of money off of this. These guys limped in and let me see the flop for free, so it's you know, I haven't really committed anything extra. Now I'll just kind of bet out at it. Maybe somebody hit that queen. But I'm not worried about getting too tricky, and I think just check raising if somebody bets is, you know, you get an extra bet and then you end the hand before. You don't have that strong a hand, so it's not like you want to get into a massive pot. See here, we've waited. 5s is a perfectly reasonable hand to go with. We got 7 big blinds, and you know, someone may call us off pretty light. This, you know, probably not with 4s, 3s, or 2s, but certainly. Certainly we can get in as a favorite versus ace-king. Yep. And that's all she wrote. But we did get in as a favorite, and that's about all we can do. Alright, no need to get involved with Jack-10. You don't have implied odds. Just fold. Here, this guy's limping with a short stack. You know, he's got less than 10 big blinds, so I don't know if he's bad or if he's trying to trap, but we're just going to stay out of it. If, you know, if we call behind, there's going to be a lot of dead money in there. Someone's going to be tempted to shove. Alright, here we can let him have this one. You know, later on we're going to be shoving the people to our left a lot, and we don't necessarily need to do it when the blinds are 80, but we are going to want to do it when the blinds are 800, and it helps if we have a little bit of a tighter image. Okay, notice this is clearly a regular at, you know, probably at a few of our tables. Yeah, probably at 3 or 4 of our tables. So we don't really know what kind of regular or if they're any good, but you know, you can assume if they're playing a bunch of tables, they're probably alright. Now ace-2 for like 13 big blinds is, you know, definitely an unexploitable shove, but if we can get away with min raising it, that would be better. And ace-8 we can just let go here. And that may be a little tight, but I'd rather be playing a little bit too tight than a little bit too loose, especially early on before the blinds get bigger. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill this dog. Alright, and we'll just, we don't really want to get flat called. Literally battling a dog under my chair while trying to play.